Okay, here's your part 2 of your Fuji. Now, once you get all the bearings lined up on your casing, you'll feel it. It'll start to come in. If this end, see where the governor is? Hear that clicking sound? Click, click. You can't do that. Trying to get that casing together this way, you have to loosen it back up and get this freed up. Remember me in the prior video telling you that you want to hold the governor arm back free of any obstructions when you're locking this together, because sometimes it'll fall and get in the way, and then when you sandwich the whole casings together, this isn't freed up. You gotta pull it apart again. All right, so there we are. You know, I'm trying to give you the all overview of it. Now this right here, believe it or not, that's your shifter, forward and reverse, right? Underneath here, that underneath this tower, right underneath that tower, there's a spring and a ball. The ball is on the bottom, then your spring, and then your nut. Excuse me, then your bolt. That puts tension down, and you listen to this. Hear that clunk? That means the ball is popping in and out of its set like it's supposed to. So there's a rod that runs in, the ball goes up and down according to where we have it turned, see? So that locks it into position. You get a Fuji transmission that's popping in and out, like it pops out of gear. Won't be tearing the whole thing apart. Come right down here, loosen this, and look for a broken spring in there. All right? Or somebody worked on it, and they didn't put that back in there, or they left it loose, and it's backed its way out. It has to be tight, all the way down tight. Okay? I've seen people do this before. They go get a small washer and put it in below this bolt, and that pushes down harder, giving this more tension. But my suggestion is you get the right spring in there with the right tension. Remember, everything has to work in relationship. So here's where your axles bolt on, right? They come out this way, out to here. So there we are. We're back together, and shift's really good. You know, I use this up here just for the shifter, but your casing, when you're putting your RTV on, here's a trick. Watch this. Don't put it on the PTO side. Put it only on this side, right? Use your finger, take your time, paint it on, and then when all the bearing sets go together, boom, she locks in. You're in good shape. So remember, always take your transmission apart, do the repair, put it back together without any sealer. Make sure it operationally works. Then pull your side casing back off, dope it up with your sealer, and then put it back on, fit it, and it should slide on pretty easy. It might give you a little trouble here and there shifting it back and forth, because the bearings have to go up inside the casting, right? So all your bearings are on, and you just set your casting over your bearings. The whole time making sure this is, up and out of the way. The lever comes this way, and it needs to be up, out of the way when you're locking it down. So once you lock it down, you don't want it falling forward into the gears, okay? This is your vent, your air vent. All right? I think we're in good shape. Now, both sides, that's your mounts that go into your frame. Sorry. Mounts go in your frame, that's your axle that comes out. That's just a thing for either. I'm pretty sure that can be moved wherever it needs to be, but at the same time, that's where I remember it being. But I don't know if a cable goes through it or if it's just a snatch, for picking it up. Here's where, right down here at the bottom, this is where you're going to, on a Fuji transmission, RXV, EzGo, you're going to pull this, it'll drain out. You replug it, you're going to fill this thing up until it starts coming out. Undo this plug, squirt your bottle of 80-90 gear lube into here, and then once it starts overflowing, then plug it back. There are aluminum washers on both the drain plug and the fill plug. Make sure they're there as well so they don't leak. These are new seals that I installed. They just pop right out. You get new seal kits, shove them right in. Now we're going to be ready to go. And I got to get these axles put back on and call the customer.